COVID-19 pandemic has struck this world, and to fight against this COVID-19 pandemic, educational institutions have planned to take online classes for their students. As part of this, today I am going to give a lecture on the poem Freedom to the Slave by Henry Louis Vivian Diroggio. 1827. Henry Louis Vivian Diroggio 1809 to 1831 was one of the Indian English poet who wrote about nationalism and patriotism. He was very much influenced by the French Revolution 1789. The universal codes of liberty and the rights of man as articulated by the French Revolution and made rich to Diroggio by the Romantics in an era of imperialist and mercantilist British expansion, formed largely the historical and socio-political backdrop against many poems derive their poetic and cultural identity. Freedom to the Slave reflects the contemporary anti-slavery rhetoric. This poem is not only for slaves but also for all freedom-loving people. There must be two types of feelings associated with a person who is in slavery and a person who is free. The feelings associated with a person who is in slavery are subjugation, shame, and fear. And the feelings associated with a person who is free are noblest thoughts, free thinking, free breathing, delight, and exaltation. Now, the question is, how does this transformation from slavery to freedom take place, or how this freedom is achieved? This freedom can be achieved through devotion, courage, blood, and sacrifice. And those who are able to break that chain of slavery from the tyrant through this devotion, courage, blood, and sacrifice will be blessed. This is the overall idea of the poem. The poem starts with a very striking epigraph by Campbell. As the slave departs, the man returns, which sets the tone of the poem. Freedom to the slave is also an echo of the patriotic passions of all freedom loving spirits. Here, the poet pays attributes to all who are fighting for freedom. And he writes, "Glory to the breast that bleeds, bleeds nobly to be free. Blessed be the generous hand that breaks the chain that a tyrant gave, and feeling for degraded man gives freedom to the slave." Diderot was out and out an Indian patriot. Patriotism was the main inspiration in every veins of his poetry. He was the first to sing freedom that lights the altar of soul with everlasting flame. Diderot's poetic outburst in the light of the Renaissance was one of the most remarkable part of his patriotic feelings. He planted the seeds of patriotism in the minds of his people and his countrymen. This poem is really pregnant with patriotism and nationalism. Thus, Diderot addresses on issues of great public significance for the nation and for the society. Today's lecture ends here. Thank you.